Okay, today we're going to get into stuff that's a little bit more messy, so you want to make sure you're wearing your clothes that can get dirty. I'm going to teach you two methods of how to make paper mache paste. The first, which is my favorite and which I recommend, is with cornstarch and boiling water. And you can see I've got a pot of water boiling here right now. The other step I'll show you later involves white school glue and water, and doesn't involve cooking. So the cornstarch is nicer on the hands, and it's cheaper and homemade. So that's what I prefer. But if you don't want to get into cooking, I'll show you the other method as well. You're going to need to have your water boiling and make sure that it's at a rapid boil. And take some cornstarch and put it in a container. Now the ratio should be about, I think, 1 part cornstarch to 8 parts water, but I usually just do it by eye. And I'm not making a ton right now because the project that we're doing isn't going to require a ton of paper mache paste. And you'll also need some cold water. This is important. Do not put the dry cornstarch directly in the boiling water because it'll make lumps and clump up. So you have to mix the cornstarch separately with cold water and mix it with your fingers to make sure that there are no lumps. And I'm going to add a little bit more cornstarch just for good measure. You want to make sure that when you mix your cornstarch and water, that it's sort of thinnish, like milk texture, not thick. And so just add a little bit more water until it's a liquidy consistency. Then you can use a whisk. If you don't have a whisk, I suppose you can use a fork, but a whisk is nice. And keeping the water at a rapid boil, you slowly pour in the cornstarch and water mixture while whisking rapidly. And you just keep doing that, keep pouring that in and whisking rapidly and pouring slowly until it thickens up a little bit. And it gets more thick as it cools, so it doesn't have to be super thick. You can take a look at that, and I'm gonna put that down. And then after it's all mixed in, you take it off the fire. And that's going to be a little bit too hot to touch right now, but you can sort of see the consistency, and I'm going to show it to you again. Okay, so that's the cornstarch method, and then you can set it aside and let it cool down a little bit so that you can touch it with your fingers. Now, the other method is just to take some white glue, pour it into your container, and mix in a little bit of water so that you have kind of a watery white glue mixture. And that might seem easier, but if you can do the cornstarch method, I'm telling you it's worth it. So, the next video, I'll give you some really good tips and pointers on doing the actual paper mache. Bye!